Hola a todos, soy Tyrelle Audain here again. So, guys, this is something that I've always wanted to share my opinion on, something that I've been reframing from for the last several weeks or months or so. But I really want to finally share my take on the whole BCCI PCB feud over the location of the ICC Champions Trophy, which is expected to take place in Pakistan come February 2025. And a lot has been said both by the Indian and Pakistani media, respectively. But I want to share my take as a neutral perspective. So, the BCCI, in my view, they knew that the Champions Trophy was expected to take place on Pakistani soil uh, after the ICC gave out the hosting rights to all of the countries for 2024 to 2031 back in November of 2021 after a huge ICC meeting in Dubai the same week of the T20 World Cup final, which the Aussies did defeat New Zealand, by the way. And the ICC board allocated hosting rights for various global events in the 2024 to the one right cycle to several boards. The PCB, which had bid for two events, was allocated the 2025 ICC Champions Trophy, and the board did approve the host based on recommendations drawn by a smaller working group that included former Indian captain Saurav Ganguly, who was at that time the BCCI president, and Ishan Mani, the former Pakistan Cricket Board chair and ICC head. Now, that ICC board, beg your pardon, was headed by Greg Barkley. Ganguly, who had assumed had the backing of the Indian board, whose secretary was Jay Shah, who, by the way, takes over in a couple of weeks from now. Keep in mind, the ICC board comprises directors who represent the 12 full member nations, along with an independent director, three directors representing the associates, and the ICC chairman and CEO. For me, it's a damn shame that dirty politics on both sides are taking center stage once more. It happened with the Asia Cup last year, in how all of India's games were moved out of Pakistan to Sri Lanka, and the possibility of that happening again with all of India's games either taking place in Dubai or Sharjah in the United Arab Emirates. Now, this whole favoritism thing, hold on, why my laptop is sticking? In my opinion, the blame for all of this hypocrisy slash shenanigans is on the behalf of the BCCI, PCB, and in particular the ICC. Now, I would like for the Champions Trophy to take place in Pakistan rather than be shifted to UAE or South Africa, or rather than being played on a hybrid model, because hybrid model, it cannot work out for ICC events. Or should I say, one board cannot get preference over another. It's a bit unfair, but at the same time, BCCI, as you know, is still fair about security in Pakistan because they always had the excuse of how there's so much terrorism there. We all know that Pakistan always had problems when it comes to terrorism. Remember what happened in March 2009 when the Sri Lankan team bus was attacked by Al Qaeda, and that led to international cricket being shifted out of Pakistan to UAE for an entire decade. And it really did starve the home fans so much. Then, since cricket came back to Pakistan, almost every single full member nation minus India toured the country. So I still don't understand what is India's excuse. Is this has to do with political interference? We will not know because I don't want to call any political party or any names, but let's be serious here. If the ICC wants to have the Champions Trophy without India in Pakistan, then get a replacement team or just do it with 7 teams. Simple as that. But a hybrid model for ICC event is a hell no. With that said, I rest my case on the whole BCCI PCB dispute. You guys decide what all I have to say in the comment section below. And just a reminder, BCCI is at fault, PCB is at fault, and especially the ICC, because mainly the ICC, they get all the revenues from Indian broadcasters, just like with the American events that, like, for example, the Major League Baseball, the NBA, the NHL, the NFL, they always get American revenue. Same thing too with European football, they always getting European revenue. But cricket is mainly a sport for all rather than one continent alone. So, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I rest my case. Y'all like the comment, share your opinions with regards to the dispute, and it's your floor, guys. The floor is yours. Share the comments. In fact, share the video, share it on your social media, and share your takes on it. Cheers, guys.